Now, once again, Raymond Arroyo.
Welcome back to The World Over Live. Where would the world be without the contributions of women religious? This is the first National Catholic Sisters Week sponsored by the National Women's History Museum. It's an effort to recognize and celebrate the lives and legacy of Catholic sisters. And tonight I'm joined by representatives of two vibrant international orders. One, a cloistered nun, the other, an active sister. On set is Mother Dolores Marie of the Poor Clares of Perpetual Adoration, abbess of St. Joseph Monastery in North Carolina and a daughter of Mother Angelica, as well as Sister Lawrence Mary of the Little Sisters of the Poor in Baltimore, Maryland. They're here to tell us about their work, the abundance of the vocations they're seeing, and how you can help their efforts. Mother, sister, thank you all for being here. I want to start with what first drew you to this vocation, particularly in these times. And what are you hearing from the sisters and the women who come to you?
Well, I mean, for me, the obvious is adoration of our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. So through, I've worked at the network, and that atmosphere fostered a love for our Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. And then it just grew. And I knew that I had to find out if that's what the calling was for me.
What about you, sister? And what are you hearing from girls who come to you and say, we love your work, we want to see what this is, we feel called?
When I was in high school, I began volunteering with the Little Sisters of the Poor in Detroit. And there was such a peace in the home. And the sisters' love for the elderly just attracted me. And then I realized slowly that that's what God was calling me to do. And I've always been very happy in my choice and very grateful that God wanted me to be His own as a little sister.
I want to talk about both your work because I have seen it up close over many years. Your work, Mother Dolores, people say, oh, those contemplative nuns, they're in there. What are they doing? They should do some active work. You're actually doing a great deal. Tell us about your work and this spiritual motherhood that's become such a centerpiece of what you do in North Carolina.
Okay. It's very simple because the Franciscan life is simple, and then I guess ours is simpler because our life is prayer. And that is a work hard to measure. Everybody in the world wants to measure things or progress report on things, but our life of prayer for the world knows no boundaries. So that is very straightforward in, what our work is, and adoration in a spirit of thanksgiving. And then we really have taken up the call for the congregation of clergy to embrace the spiritual motherhood.
What does that mean?
Well, it is prayer in union in the image of Our Lady, Mother of the Eternal High Priest, and on behalf of the priesthood, the sanctification of the priesthood.
Beautiful. Sister Lawrence, tell us about your beautiful work with the poor elderly.
The Little Sisters care for the elderly poor in homes throughout the world. And our homes are so different from nursing homes or assisted living facilities. Our homes are really homes where the elderly residents are the owners of the home in a sense. And we as Little Sisters are there to serve them, to care for them with love, and to have this family spirit in our home, and then to be with them as they are dying. This is the highlight of our vocation, to kind of usher them into God's presence.
But prayer is a centerpiece of your life as well.
Without prayer, it wouldn't be possible.
And it distinguishes it. You feel it when you walk into your homes, and certainly you feel it in the chapels of all the Poor Clares of Perpetual Adoration, including Mother's Shrine, and I know the one you're building. Now, we should tell people, you all are both facing a bit of a crisis in that you've got vocations coming, and in your case, Mother Dolores, you don't know what to do with them. You now have 5 sisters?
Right, there's 5 of us.
But that's because that's all the beds you have at this time. So tell us what you're doing now, and we'll roll some footage of what you're envisioning and hoping to create in North Carolina.
Well, the awesome thing is that as we realize we're kind of pulling together some information, how far the Lord has brought us already. It was such a surprise. But like $2.6 million into our first phase, which is the purchase of the land, the architectural designs, the road design, furnishings for the chapel even already. But now we have to begin the second phase, which is the road work, the first part of the building. So we're trying to raise about $8 million if you happen to have any on hand.
Look, as Mother Angelica used to say, God's got a lot of money. So we'll see what happens. But you're looking for help in raising the money to build both the shrine, the chapel,
Right.
as well as your monastery.
Right.
How many cells do you envision?
Eventually, the third phase will be for 24 cells
Oh, boy.
to keep up the adoration around the clock. Yeah.
1 an hour, pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, Sister Lawrence Mary, tell me about this wonderful program you all have, Live in Service program.
That's a program for college women or young single women who are perhaps thinking of a religious vocation and want to have some experience. It's a live-in program either during the college breaks or all summer, when the young women can come and live at one of our homes here in the U.S., get some pay as they are doing some work for us, and also experience something of our prayer life and our community life.
So it's sort of a come and see moment.
It is.
And you have, I mean, there are 2,000 sisters around the world. You've got 33 novices.
We do.
What are they telling you when they come? What are they looking for? I mean, on the surface, people look at this, and young people look at this and say, oh, well, it's caring for, elderly people who are poor.
But
What is drawing them? What do they see?
these young women see a value in the elderly person that so many people don't see. They see that these people are important, that they're loved by God, and they need to be loved in return. And they also see and they experience our deep prayer life, our community life, which unfortunately maybe so many communities don't have, because we live together. We're there at the service of our elderly 24/7. It's a very strong community and family spirit in our home.
Mother Dolores, tell me, what has been the impact of going to North Carolina, Bishop Jugas inviting you in, great bishop, and what's been the response in the community, particularly as a contemplative? I mean, you're shut away from the world, and yet they've really embraced your mission there.
It's been an overwhelming, wonderful response. I guess because of our temporary situation right now, we've gotten to know even more people. So many young families, young women, again, who are interested in the life.
And why? Why do they come? Why are they yearning for a contemplative life and a cloistered life?
Yeah. Well, it is a special, a unique calling. With some, I think they start to see the emptiness of the world, and they know that there is a deeper, they want to go deeper and deeper into the love of our Lord.
Tell me, sister, what is it about the elderly person's spirituality that you've observed over these years, and how has it enriched and deepened your personal life?
I can see that the elderly have this true longing for God, that they know their time to approach Him is quickly coming. It's also a time of prayer, of intercession for the needs of their families, for the church in particular. They pray a lot for our Holy Father, for our Archbishop, for the needs of the diocese, and for all the intentions that we confide to them, because they know, as we do, that we can't live without the help of our benefactors, and they're always there to join us in prayer for all those who help us, who support us, and who enable us to live.
Yeah, well, it's incredible work both of you are doing. Before I go, Mother Dolores, just tell me, this is a beautiful piece of property that has been, and it's near the seminary, correct?
It will, yes, it's adjoining property to where the future seminary will be.
Oh boy. So, and I imagine, as you said a moment ago, the spiritual motherhood, you'll be praying for those seminarians and the priests in the diocese, so it's a beautiful setup there. Well, I wish you both the best, and we'll certainly do the call out for you, because I know there are a lot of people who would and should support your work. Thank you both for being here and for your witness.
Thank you, Raymond.
Thank you. And keep me in your prayers, please.
You got it.
I need it.